I'm pro Tory Lanez.
How are you pro Tory Lanez? That's what
Because I don't just listen to random facts and lies from people and make an assumption and an assessment about.
But how do you know what is random and what you know is a lie?
How do you know it's real?
Okay, 2 eyewitnesses reported the real story of what they saw happen. Those testimonies were dismissed because they did not fit the narrative that was being presented in the courtroom.
I do believe opinions did come into play a lot with that particular situation, just because of everything else that came out. Him potentially knocking both of them down, and a lot of that kind of stuff that came about. And just watching the documentary, that definitely paints the picture vastly different in some ways. And the best friend, all that kind of stuff.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't know the true story.
We do know
We
the true
don't
story.
know the true story because I'm gonna tell you why.
We know the true story.
We can hear everything as you just said.
Okay.
Why do we have a recording of Tory crying and apologizing on the phone?
I smashed your best friend. He didn't get on the phone and say, "I'm sorry for shooting you in the feet."
Right. I'm sorry for knocking down your people.
Okay.
We know the story. It just doesn't sound like what people want it to sound like because they want him to be guilty that bad. The fact that Kelsey had to get immunity to not do anything or to speak in the trial says a lot about what actually happened.
Okay. I think my argument is actually something else. If those would be true, it kind of points in one direction. Okay, I will give you that.
Kelsey's bodyguard finally came forward.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
And said that he was going to tell the truth about what happened that day. And if you knew that and you was holding on to it for no reason, you should have been said something.
Right, no, I agree.
You going to let him go to prison knowing that he didn't do nothing wrong?
Yeah.
And now because he got stabbed while he's in there, now you feel guilty enough to say something because the almost died. But if he would have did the 10 and nothing happened to him, you would have lived with that?
Right.
You could live with sitting there and watching a black man be in prison for something that he didn't do and you know the truth and don't say nothing? I think that's ridiculous.